Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I would love to see you stick around. In today's video, I am bringing you anti-MLM content. So of course, just as a disclaimer, this video is for entertainment purposes only and just my opinions. Before we proceed, I wanted to say a huge thank you to Rhonda Online for becoming a channel member. That means so much to me. And thank you so much to all of you guys who watch my videos for free, or if you like, comment, subscribe, all of the things, as the MLM reps would say. But again, thank you so much to Rhonda Online for becoming a channel member. All right, y'all, let's get into this video. So I have a few posts and videos by the same rep that we're going to go over. I think I'm only going to go over one of the videos in this particular video that I'm making, just because they are a little bit longer and y'all know that I like to ramble. So we're probably going to keep it to just the one video and then I'll react to the other one in a future video. The video and posts that I will be going over today are of a top leader in Sense. I think that's how you say it. They sell the LipSense products. So that's what we're going to be going over today. And there's the one video that we're going to go over is talking about what a pyramid scheme is. As you guys know, there is one link that I always leave in my description box below from the FTC. There was an article written of what is an MLM versus a pyramid scheme, kind of what red flags to look for, which means that at one point in the video, we are going to be comparing what she's saying to that particular article. But without further ado, let's go ahead and move on to some posts to kind of get to know this person before we react to them. This picture, it has the name. Of course, I'm gonna just blur that out or block that out. And it talks about #1 Top Dominion GSV United States Leaders 2022. And the caption reads, "I've been trying to figure out why my business is doing so well, and I forgot this. Feeling my feelings all over again when these showed up in my mailbox, and now I understand. When my team was announced as #1, my inner critic, the mean girl in my head, imposter syndrome, whatever you want to call it, she was silenced. If I'm not a good leader, who is? If I don't know how to sell, how did I teach them? So what if I am too bold, too flashy, too much? My team is #1 in the world. Clearly, it works. My own mind literally could not longer argue with itself. I could stop searching constantly for approval. I can run on my own instincts. I should trust myself. This will forever be one of my favorite moments. The moment I finally let myself free. Congratulations, beauties. We are just getting started." Right there, we see that she talked about how her team is #1 in the world. I'm assuming within Sense that it's #1 in the world, not throughout all of network marketing or multi-level marketing. That's just kind of what I'm assuming. But let's watch this reel really quick. Right there it says, "Start your business for free, comment info below." Let's read the caption on that. It says, "Are you looking for a way to make money online? Do you want a mentor who can teach you how to build an empire but also not pressure you? Do you like taking selfies and the occasional bold lipstick? Hi, I'm so-and-so. I think it's time we chat. I'll teach you how to share beauty products with your friends and have fun doing it. 15 to 50% profit on orders. No skill required. All ages. I'm 32, but 50 plus beauties, I see you. Join my team of Better Together Beauties and find a home in the network marketing industry. And it's free. Seriously." Let's check out the hashtags that she has on this post. So it's work from home life, affiliate marketing, influencer, affiliate opportunity, MLM, online business, women in business, Sense, network marketing, work at home mom, make money online free, now hiring, beauty influencer, join me, work with me, LipSense, ShadowSense, network marketing tips, online business, business coach, social media marketing, business tips, mentor, leader, female entrepreneur, boy mom, mom life. Just by looking at those hashtags, it's obvious who she's targeting here. But when it talks about affiliate marketing, influencer, and affiliate opportunity, this is not that. You are not an influencer. You are not an affiliate marketer. Those are two completely different types of marketing business structures. It's not multi-level marketing. MLM is its own business model. So no, you can't just hashtag these things. I mean, okay, I can't gatekeep or anything. She can hashtag whatever she wants, but that's not what this is. I've said it so many times in my recent videos. If multi-level marketing is so great, if it's such a great opportunity, if it's such a great industry, say it with your chest. Stop trying to come up with different names for it. Stop trying to be deceiving or being manipulative in your pitches and everything. But in general, we see it all the time from these MLM reps. If it's really that great, scream it from the rooftops. Why do you have to put a different name on it? That it really truly bothers me that they do that. But the part of the caption where it says no skill required, yes, you do need a skill in order to do multi-level marketing, because at the end of the day, you're a salesperson. You're a distributor for a company. You need to be good at sales. Because yes, there are some people who will say their rags to riches story, their sob story, where they had never done sales before, they had never done this before. That is something you can learn. You can learn sales, absolutely. But in order to really, truly be good at it and to be successful at it, yeah, you do have to have that skill. Being a salesperson is a skill. Not everybody can do that. So I hate when they say, oh, no skills required. Of course. As I already said, you can learn how to do it. At the end of the day, it's kind of diminishing what salespeople do, because it's like, oh, no skill required. So in my mind, and of course, I'm sure that she probably didn't mean it this way, but in a sense, you're kind of saying like, oh, sales, it's not a skill in a way. An interesting thing to note as well is there's this one graphic that was sent to me, and it says DPV 1.9 million. And DPV stands for downline personal volume. Clearly, and I don't know if this is for a month or for a year. The person who sent me this is actually trying to verify it. So if I find out by the time that I go to edit this, I'll put it in editing Monica mode. So I don't know if it's for a month, annually, or all of the time that she has been in Sengens. I'm not 100% sure. But downline personal volume, that's a lot. That's a lot. One thing I have to say as a side note, as a pink-haired person myself, I really do like her hair. I love the colors that she has in it. But anyway, let's get into the nitty-gritty of this video that I really truly wanted to go over. It's her talking about what a pyramid scheme is and how to overcome this objection. I will say, it sounds a little bit like she might be watching anti-MLM content, or maybe she's stumbled upon it, because some of the things that she says in this video is something that the anti-MLM movement says. So I would be curious to know if she has stumbled upon anyone's content within the anti-MLM movement. Hey guys, Editing Monica here. So while I've been editing this video, I was sent something else by this rep, and my suspicions were correct that she does in fact watch anti-MLM videos. This is a post made by her, and it says, "Fun fact, I watch anti-MLM videos. They're my equivalent of trash TV. I've never seen a positive comment on any of them, so I have to share. One of them finally covered Sengens. We aren't cool enough to get much attention yet. And look at the comments. Just look. They snuck into one of our calls. Even the anti-MLMers love, and then Joni Rogers, who I'm assuming is the CEO. I didn't get a chance to see what the actual comment said, but I'm assuming that it was probably along the lines of the CEO not being as bad as other CEOs, because this one, you can kind of see it where it says, overall, I think she's a lot less something or other than other MLM CEOs. So I'm assuming that they were probably comparing the CEO of Sengens to other ones and saying that Joni Rogers is not as bad as the other MLM CEOs that we have seen out there. I find it ironic that she says in this video that I'm reacting to today that we're not that bad of people, but then she goes on to say that anti-MLM videos are her equivalent to trash TV. Also, just as an FYI to this person, just because anti-MLMers say that one CEO is not as bad as the other ones, it doesn't mean that we love that CEO. We're just comparing it to quite some problematic CEOs that are within the multi-level marketing industry. They're all terrible. All MLM companies are terrible. Of course, that's just my opinion, but I did just want to add my 2 cents in here. However, since she said that we don't cover Senjents enough, maybe this is my cue to go ahead and make a deep dive into Senjents. And to this rep, welcome to your tape. I do want to add a side note, though. Not all the Senjents MLM reps are completely horrible or anything like that, because I do have one that I follow. I will be completely transparent. I do follow her because I met her through blogging many years back, and I do love her content. I do love her makeup tutorials. Even though she does use Senjents products, you can easily just swap out for non-MLM products. But I love watching her content. I love watching her outfits and things of that nature. So they're not all terrible. I have had conversations with her. She knows that I don't like MLM companies. I've also even told her that. So she is very well aware that I am against the MLM company. She has been with Senjents for quite a long time, but I did just want to say that they're not all bad. Maybe this is just one rep who's not as bad as everybody else. I don't know, because I haven't really had any interactions with Senjents reps except for this particular one that I do follow, but I did just want to say that they're not all bad, and at the end of the day, we can all agree to disagree. But yeah, anyway, let's get back to the video.
Hi guys, if you are watching the replay, is there a triangle emoji? Is there a pyramid emoji? I really don't know. You can just drop me a purple heart if you want to. For those of you that don't know me, hi, my name is, and we're gonna talk. We're gonna have a fun little conversation today. I can tell that I got your attention because people are jumping on. This is gonna be a fun one. This came to me while I was sleeping. Has that ever happened to anyone? Literally, I was sleeping and I woke up and I was like, I'm going to do this video about pyramid schemes and we're going to talk about it. It's going to be funny. An upside down triangle. Nice. Okay, so here's the thing. Let me give you a little backstory on why I want to talk to you about this. So I am the girl who was anti-network marketing, anti-MLM. I didn't want to be a part of any sort of scam thing. I would literally block, unfollow, not respond to any of the network marketers that were on my Facebook. If someone tried to friend request me, like block, like all of the things, right? Like I was that girl that was like, you are not scamming me. And like their products, I literally was like, these products probably aren't even real. Like all of the things, okay? And so
I just want to say that, in my opinion, how can someone go from being anti-MLM to being in a multi-level marketing company? How can you see everything behind the curtain and all of the sudden it's like, oh, well, everything that I've been educated on, all of the bad things about the multi-level marketing industry, all of the things, I'm just going to put all of that out the window and I'm going to join an MLM company. I changed my mind. I don't see how you can go from being anti-multi-level marketing to then, because she's going to say it in a little bit, because I did watch this before, but she's going to say in a little bit that she just was uneducated. I'll never understand someone who goes from being anti-MLM to a new MLM. I can understand certain reps when they MLM hop and they can not like one company because maybe there was something that happened within that company that they don't like. Maybe they don't like their comp plan and they go somewhere else and it's the best opportunity. It's the best comp plan they've ever seen. So I can understand that, even though I don't agree with it. But to go from being completely anti this business structure, knowing all of the bad things that happen, to then all of a sudden the complete opposite, I don't believe that. Again, this is just my opinion. I'm not accusing her of lying or anything like that, but I don't see how you could do that. Were you really anti-MLM at one point? Seriously, were you actually anti-MLM? So that would just be my question to her. I don't believe it. When people say that they were anti-MLM at one point and then they joined an MLM, I don't believe it. I really, truly don't.
And so I want you to understand, because most people who follow me are in network marketing. Most of the people who are commenting and interacting on this video are in network marketing. And so what I want you to understand is, like, that didn't make me a bad person. that didn't make me like just a crazy person or mean or rude or anything. I was just uneducated. I just didn't know what network marketing was.
That's a little passive aggressive in my opinion, because you go from saying, oh, I wasn't a horrible person, kind of shedding light on people who are anti-MLM and saying that we're not terrible people, but then to follow it with, I was just uneducated. No, clearly you weren't educated enough, because you wouldn't have gone and joined an MLM company, which is why I don't think you were truly anti-MLM. That's just my opinion. I can be wrong, but I can't see. I know that I've said it so many times, but I just can't see going from anti-MLM to joining an MLM. I can't.
The only stories people tell are the bad stories. Not the only stories, but for the most part, people tell the bad. It's just like you see more bad reviews than good reviews. People don't talk about the good as much. And so I want to talk to you guys.
But they do. There are so many videos out there of MLM reps talking about their great experience within a multi-level marketing company. There are so many videos out there. There are so many rags to riches or sob stories out there. There are a lot of us who speak out against it, and a lot of us who have had our own experience, but then there are some people within the anti-MLM movement who have never had an experience with an MLM. Maybe they had a friend or family member join one of them, but other than that, they never had their own experience. So to be anti-MLM, you don't have to have experience within a multi-level marketing company. So yeah.
I want to talk to you guys a little bit about what I learned about what pyramid schemes really are, because pyramid schemes do exist. I mean, hopefully they don't exist, but they did exist, whatever. What pyramid schemes are, I want to educate you as network marketers, what pyramid schemes are, and maybe how to have a little bit better of a conversation when people do come at you and say, is that one of those pyramid things? Like, let me know in the comments if you would like some like simple scripts and simple things to say when someone comes to you and says, is that one of those scam things? Right? I can see the hearts. We're going to talk about it. Okay. So a pyramid scheme, all I can tell you is please don't just respond to them and say, pyramid schemes are illegal. Pyramid schemes don't exist. That's literally the number one response that I hear people tell you. And I'm like, if someone told me pyramid schemes are illegal, I would say like, well, drugs are illegal, but people still sell them. Like, it being illegal that doesn't help me. Like, you could still be doing something that's illegal, and you're not going to tell me if you're doing something that's illegal. So in my opinion, that response doesn't make sense. So like, literally, that's not the response I'm going to tell you to give, because to me, logically, as the person who assumed it was a scam, if you tell me it doesn't exist, that's a lie. It does exist. It just exists legally. And if you tell me it's illegal, yeah, I know that. Are you part of something that's illegal and you don't even know because you're getting scammed, right? Those are all the things that went through my head. So that response doesn't help your situation, okay? But what
I agree with her. I agree with her saying that don't respond with just pyramid schemes are illegal. This is why I said in the beginning of the video that it seems like she's listening or watching or something like that, or even just seeing stuff on social media about being anti-MLM and the things that we constantly see them say and constantly giving our rebuttals against it. This is one of them. One of the things is when they say pyramid schemes are illegal, and we respond with, I mean, I've seen different responses, but I've seen some people say, oh, well, substances are illegal, but people still do them. Murder is illegal, and people still do that. So I kind of feel like maybe she's paying attention a little bit, but I truly do like that she's saying, don't tell people that, because we know that pyramid schemes are illegal. And we know that pyramid schemes exist. You can't say that just because they're illegal that they don't exist, because they do. So I'm very happy that she is acknowledging that that is a bullshit response from some of these reps that do say that, because we hear it all the time. Oh, pyramid schemes are illegal. Well, that doesn't matter, because illegal things happen on a daily basis. But let's get back to it.
Okay. But what I'm telling you is that they can be won over. They can be won over, but they need to be educated. Okay, so.
You can't win me over. I'm sorry, but you cannot win me over. I am very anti-MLM. I will be anti-MLM forever. So you can't win me over with this. And I'm sure, I can't speak for everyone, but I'm sure there are people who would agree with me that after opening my eyes and seeing more of what the anti-MLM movement is doing and just reading more about it, I can't unsee what I've seen. When I made my first ever anti-MLM video back in September of 2019, I had been out of my last MLM for about, I think it was a little over 2 years at that point, or maybe 2 years. I can't remember. I had talked about my feelings about MLMs on my blog previously. When I first left my MLM, I pretty much sugarcoated it. I didn't really truly tell my true story, and it wasn't until that video that I told my true story. I told some BS like, oh, I just stopped doing it. It wasn't for me anymore. And I'm paraphrasing here because I don't remember exactly what I wrote in that post. However, I did later write about how if you're trying to get out of debt, don't join an MLM. Or there was another post where I talked about my feelings about MLMs and my thoughts and just how I don't think that they're good business structures. So I talked about it and I spoke about it back then, but when I made my first video back in 2019, it was very surface level. It was just talking about my experience, but then people started commenting on my videos and I kept going with it because I got a lot of comments saying, oh, you should continue with this. So I did. And that's when I started learning more and more and more about the deep underbelly of the multi-level marketing industry. That's why, if you guys remember when I made my video about certain things that I didn't agree with when I went on the Dr. Phil show, and I was part of the episode talking about cult tactics and how Dr. Phil said that he doesn't think, him and Rick Allen Ross, that they don't believe that MLMs are cults. What I wish I could have said in that moment was, if you're just looking at surface level multi-level marketing and the industry, you might think that. But once you start really digging deeper, and once you start hearing about people's stories, once you start having people tell you that they had to go to therapy to be deprogrammed the way that you would be from a cult, yeah, you'll probably realize that this is much darker than what some people think. I know that was quite a long rant, but bottom line, you can't win me over.
First of all, understanding that pyramid schemes are a thing, and what are they? Okay, so a pyramid scheme is where, I mean, in a nutshell, please no one check my facts. These are just my opinion as someone who has gone through this process, okay? So basically...
Please no one check my facts. I don't know if maybe she didn't realize what she said there, and maybe that's not what she was trying to say, or maybe I'm taking it out of context, but please don't check my facts. Always check it. Don't just take someone's word for it. Even when you watch my videos, do not take my word for it. This is me providing my commentary, my opinions on these MLM companies or what these MLM reps are saying, the manipulation tactics, the marketing tactics that they use, the cult-like tactics that they use. This is just me kind of just talking about it from my personal perspective and just my commentary. So please never take what I say as full-blown truth. Please research on your own time. If there's something that you don't agree with, or if there's something that I say that you're like, I don't know about that, research it. Don't just take what I'm saying as 100% fact. Please don't. So that's why when she said that, I don't know if she kind of misspoke there. I don't know if maybe too many thoughts were going through her head and she kind of just stumbled on her words, because I do that a lot. That's why I have jump cuts in my videos, because sometimes I'll say something and I'll be like, wait a minute, what did I just say? That makes absolutely no sense, because it makes sense in my head, but when I say it out loud, it's like gibberish. It makes no sense.
Basically, in our minds, pyramid schemes are where you're given money to recruit. So you just recruit. No one is actually selling anything. They're just getting a money for recruiting someone. What's the word for that? I can't remember what the word is. But basically just getting money for recruiting someone. So they're thinking in their mind, oh, as soon as I sign up, she's getting a bonus. She's just looking at me as cash in her pocket. I'm going to sign up and I'm going to get this kit and she's going to get a little piece of money. That's what they think. Okay? That's literally what I thought. Once I sign on this dotted line, you got me, right? They think that you have to recruit to make more money. They think that there's going to be a lot of pressure for recruiting. There's more recruiting. Basically, it's all about recruiting, right? There's no selling. In true pyramid schemes, like back in like the 90s and 80s when like this was like a big thing, right? There was no product. Okay? So back when pyramid schemes were like people were learning about them, there wasn't even products. People literally were getting paid to recruit. So like I recruit Amy, I get $30. I tell Amy, go recruit 10 people, you're going to get $300. Like literally they were just recruiting and there was no selling. That is a pyramid scheme and that is illegal because eventually you run out of people. It's only like 10 levels deep and it's like 1 million people or something.
All right, let me educate you because she wants to educate us and people who are against multi-level marketing. This is partially correct because pyramid schemes can also have products involved. It's not just recruiting. And yes, there is an emphasis on recruiting within multi-level marketing companies. That is true. But I don't think I've ever said that it's that you only recruit in an MLM company. There's a product, but in my opinion, I think that the product is just a front for recruiting because like she said, that pyramid schemes are just strictly about recruiting. And a lot of these MLM companies, if you look at their comp plans, if just look at them, you get more bonuses if you recruit. You cannot make it to a certain rank without recruiting. So you can't just sell the product. I mean, you can if that's all that you want to do, but you're not going to rank advance at the same way that someone else would if they're going to be recruiting. In addition to that, she's making it seem like pyramid schemes are just recruiting and there's nothing else involved. And that it was really big in the 80s and 90s. In 2019, there was this company called Advocare that was shut down and they were forced to restructure because they were deemed a pyramid scheme. How many times have we seen other companies who have been accused of that? Granted, I believe Herbalife was just told to restructure a certain kind of way, but Amway has been accused of that as well. In my opinion, I think that there are certain loopholes for some of the bigger MLM companies, the dinosaurs of the MLM industry, as I like to sometimes call them. But I think that there are loopholes for certain companies, and that's why they have not been fully deemed a pyramid scheme, because maybe, just maybe, they have friends in high places. So that's just something that I wanted to go over. And also, if we look at that one article that I always leave in my description box below, they do go over an MLM versus a pyramid scheme and kind of the red flags to look for when it comes to seeing if an MLM company is possibly operating as a pyramid scheme. And in my opinion, I think that a lot of them are kind of walking that fine line of what is a legal MLM versus a pyramid scheme. Right here in this article, I'm going to be reading off of it. It's to the left of me, but it's to the right, I believe, in the camera. So if it's a little extra echoey, I'm very sorry because my microphone is over here. It's not over here. So anyway, one of the first things it says, what's a pyramid scheme and how do you spot one? Pyramid schemes are scams. They can look remarkably like legitimate MLM business opportunities and often sell actual products, maybe even ones you've heard of. But if you become a distributor for a pyramid scheme, it can cost you and your recruits, often your family and friends, a lot of time and money that you won't get back. The promoters of a pyramid scheme may try to recruit you with pitches about what you'll earn. They may say you can change your life, quit your job, and even get rich by selling the company's products. That's a lie. Your income would be based mostly on how many people you recruit, not how much product you sell. Pyramid schemes are set up to encourage everyone to keep recruiting people to keep a constant stream of new distributors and their money flowing into the business. Often in a pyramid scheme, you'll be encouraged or even required to buy a certain amount of product at regular intervals, even if you already have more inventory than you can use or sell. You may even have to buy products before you're eligible to be paid or get certain bonuses. You also may have to pay repeated fees for other items like training sessions or expensive marketing materials. In addition, the company may say you can earn lavish rewards like prizes, bonuses, exotic vacations, and luxury cars. However, it often turns out that you have to meet certain product purchase, recruitment, training, or other goals to qualify for the rewards, and only a handful of distributors ever qualify. Eventually, most distributors find that no matter how hard they work, they can't sell enough inventory or recruit enough people to make money. They also can't keep up with required fees or the inventory purchases they need to make to qualify for rewards, and they can't earn enough money to cover their expenses. In the end, most people run out of money, have to quit, and lose everything they invested. Here are some warning signs of a pyramid scheme. Promoters make extravagant promises about your earning potential. Promoters emphasize recruiting new distributors for your sales network as the real way to make money. Promoters play on your emotions or use high-pressure sales tactics, maybe saying you'll lose the opportunity if you don't act now and discouraging you from taking time to study the company. Distributors buy more products than they want to use or can resell, just to stay active in the company or to qualify for bonuses or other rewards. Then there's a portion where it says, is an MLM right for you? And it has questions to ask yourself. Do you want to be a salesperson? Do you have a solid sales plan? What are your income goals? Can you afford to risk the money and time? Do your homework. Research the company. Research what distributors are saying. Consider the products. Understand the cost. Ask about refunds. Read the paperwork and have a friend or advisor review it. That is a great article to go ahead and continue reading. I'm not going to go over the whole entire thing, but I thought it was a good point in this reps video to just go ahead and chit chat about that a little bit.
Something like that. And so like pyramid schemes truly are illegal because there's no product to be sold. Okay. So I just want you guys to kind of understand that. So instead, when someone says, is it one of those scam things? I would like basically simply say, what do you mean? And if they say, oh, one of those things, like here's where I'm going to give you like some scripts, right? If they say, oh, like one of those MLM things or one of those Avon things, or I don't know why I thought of Avon, one of those things, right? I would say, but what about it do you think is a scam? But what about it feels like a scam? What part of it do you think is going to scam you? And then you can have a conversation. What about it is a scam? Because some things that they might say is, those things where you have to recruit. No, I don't have to recruit. I sell products that I love and I make up to 50% profit. No, I don't have to recruit. Plain and simple.
You may not have to recruit, but like meaning someone is not pinning you down and saying you have to recruit. You may not technically have to. However, it is encouraged in these MLM companies because, as I already went over, you make more bonuses if you recruit. There's more of an incentive to recruit. And in most MLM companies, you can't just sell the products and still rank advance. So no, it's not necessarily a requirement to recruit. However, it is encouraged, heavily encouraged, because that's where the big bucks are.
Oh, those things where everyone goes into debt. My aunt lost $5,000. No, you don't have to buy anything. It's X amount to join, and then you get a link and you share that link. And when people shop from that link, you get 15% of the profit. Do you see how I'm having more of a conversation? I'm trying to find out what the actual issue is. Is it just like they're just throwing out the word scam? Are they just throwing out the word pyramid scheme? What is it that they're afraid of? Are they afraid that I'm going to make them go into debt? Are they afraid that I'm going to make them recruit? What is it that they're actually afraid of, and then overcoming it by having a conversation? One of those things.
To any people who are watching this who may be ex-MLM reps or who maybe know of someone who is an ex-MLM rep and they kind of know them enough to be able to share, but how many of you watching this have either heard of a friend or family member, or you yourself have lost money, not broken even, or even gone into debt? I Hi. My first MLM company, yeah, that really hurt my wallet for a little bit there. In addition to that, for the second MLM that I was a part of, I didn't break even at the end of my time with that company, with Beachbody, or Body as they call themselves now. Mary Kay was the first MLM that I was a part of. But in addition to that, what I think is even more valuable than the fact that I didn't even break even, because at least I didn't fully lose thousands of dollars. I lost a little bit. I did. I lost a little bit, but it wasn't to the point where it was $5,000 or $10,000. Like some people who I know, there was someone who left Amway and they told me that they lost tens of thousands of dollars. So while my situation may not be as bad as that, I lost a lot of time, a lot of valuable quality time with my friends and my family, because I was constantly working the biz. So it might, for some people, it might not even be loss of money, because some people, maybe they made a little bit of profit or whatever the case may be. But if you actually divide the time that they spent by the money that they made, the actual take home money that they made, it's not worth it for how much time that you spend.
One of those things where, like, you know, the person above you makes way more money than you, and then the person below you makes way less money than you. No, I actually make more money than my upline. No, I've actually out-promoted my upline. No, my upline, I don't, like for some of you, no, my upline quit and I'm actually still doing great. Having the conversation around whatever it is that they think is going wrong.
Yeah, that's true that you can outrank your upline, but what about the people that are all the way at the bottom? What about the people who are literally losing money all the way at the bottom? Yeah, you can outrank your upline if you're recruiting. So going back to what she said before, that you don't have to recruit. Well, if you're going to outrank your upline, yeah, you have to recruit.
I like to explain it more like an online boutique, okay? It's an online boutique. Did you know that these days, a lot of online boutiques, they don't even buy the products first. Your BFF doesn't have a room full of clothes that she's trying to sell. She puts up a picture of a shirt that's super cute and says, for 48 hours, we're taking pre-orders, and then I'm placing a bulk order. Right? So she puts up the picture of the shirt, she gets 20 orders or 200 orders or whatever, then she places the bulk order. Her profit is the difference. So if she sells 200 shirts and it costs $2,000 for her to buy it, but she made $4,000, she ordered $4,000 in sales, she profits $2,000. That was probably going a little further. But anyway, I hope all of this is making sense.
How insulting. How insulting to compare your MLM biz, or I'm sorry, because you're pretty much just an independent contractor for the company. How insulting is it for you to compare yourself to someone who is an actual legitimate small business owner, who is hopefully, I mean, not everybody, but most people that I know who are small business owners, they're doing it ethically. If you guys have been following me on Instagram for several months, that my friend Megan from It's Megan Marie here on YouTube, she opened up her own small business, her own boutique. There are a lot of really great pieces on her website. A lot of them are actually ones that she creates herself because she has designs. Actually, this shirt is from Megan's Pieces. That's the name of her website. It's Megan's Pieces / Meg Pie. So I will link her shop below. I am an affiliate with with her small business, so I'll leave both my affiliate link and then just a regular link for those of you who don't want to use my affiliate link. That's totally fine. No hard feelings here if you don't want to do that. But how insulting, because I know how hard Megan, for example, I'm going to use Megan because she's talking about an online boutique and clothing and stuff like that. That's what Megan does. Me and my husband, we are also small business owners, but it's a completely different market. So it's not a good example to use comparing to a clothing company or an online boutique. So that's why I'm using Megan as an example. Megan works her ass off. She works so hard. So I find it so insulting for this rep to try to compare it to that of an actual small business owner, an actual online boutique. It's mind-blowing to me.
Making sense. Amy said, I think some of the fear is signing up and you're not able to sell anything and failing. Failing is a very different conversation. It's a different conversation than it's a scam. Am I joining a scam? And so learning how to have those conversations about it's not a scam. You don't have to recruit. Do I love recruiting? Yes. Oh, actually, what I was going to say. No, I don't want to say that. It doesn't matter. Hopefully this makes sense.
I would love to know what she was just about to say. I am so curious to know what she was about to say.
I clearly didn't write out enough notes to have anything to wrap this up. Those were all of my thoughts. So understanding what a pyramid scheme is, understanding where they're coming from, that pyramid schemes do exist, have existed, and just having the conversation on why what you do is not a pyramid scheme and why, honestly, just again, being honest, they don't even know what pyramid scheme means. They're just throwing around a word that they've heard 100 times, 1,000 times, 1,000,000 times, but they don't actually know what that word means. And so when you say, what do you mean by that? Or what are your hesitations? Or what are you afraid of getting scammed out of? Then you can actually overcome that obstacle of talking about debt, of talking about recruiting, of talking about whatever. And you can actually open up the conversation about what it is that you do and validate what it is that you do and tell the story of your journey and maybe how you've overcome some of these situations as well. So I hope that this was helpful. I have a whole series. I hope you're ready for it. The next week is going to be fun. If you have any questions, let me know. Bye, guys.
Clearly, this rep is definitely uneducated in what a pyramid scheme actually is, because the definition that she gave is, I will leave this particular article that I'm pointing over here because my computer's over here. This particular article is always linked in my description box below. I highly recommend that if you maybe don't know what a pyramid scheme is, or maybe you only know the basics of it, read that article. If this rep ever comes across this video, please also read the article, because clearly you are uneducated as you are trying to make us out to be that we're uneducated. Maybe some people are, maybe some people, they don't really truly know what a pyramid scheme is. It's quite ironic because she tries to explain what a pyramid scheme is and she's not giving the full definition. I have another video by this rep that I want to go over, and that will most likely be posted next week, but we shall see. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and I will see you guys next time. This is Monica reporting to you live from the highway. Bye!